your own judging and creating mess. In Sati's whole existence, the deep devotion of mother, but the arrogance of the father, both got into her system. The muscle memory of the deep devotion of mother made her fall in love with Paramashiva. But the arrogance strain came from father's biomemory. That made even Sati disobey Mahadeva and come from Kailasa to Mayapur. Mayapuri is the present day Haridwar. To teach lesson to Daksha. Mahadeva told, hey, he will not listen. Listen. She should have obeyed Mahadeva's strategy. But the strain of Daksha, because of Daksha's own biomemory, she thought she can teach a lesson to Daksha. She taught a lesson in a different way, but anyhow, understand the story, whatever has happened. And the multiple important truths you need to understand. Even if the black hole swallows, the thing swallowed by the black holes does not die. It continues to exist in a different plane. For example, if the Brahma's head is cut off, it is supposed to be dead. That's why the world calls it as a skull. But that skull is not dead. It is so powerful even to swallow the Vishnu chakra. Sudarshana chakra like a muruk snack. So listen carefully. You don't have death. There is nothing called destruction. I am only saying, die after realizing there is no death. Don't die before that. Because if you die before realizing there is no death, you may have death, but not the real undying experience. Listen carefully. Even if you die by being with Guru, he will show you the undying component of you when your body stops functioning. Even your death will be liberation. If you die without Guru, you may have death, but not the liberation or realization of undying during the death. You will be just born again and again. What? Dying. Even if you live without Guru, it's worse than death. Even if you die with Guru, it's much beyond than life and death. With Guru, everything is okay. Without Guru, nothing is okay. Is the truth. Brahma Kapala, Brahma's head, even if it is cut by Kala Bhairava and decides to be with Kala Bhairava, it doesn't die. Because after the Brahma's head was removed, Brahma realized His arrogance surrendered to Mahadeva. That is why the Brahma Kapalas listen carefully. Life, death, everything is great. Without Guru, life, death, nothing is right. Whoever decides life or death, it is only with Guru. Lives enlightened and lives to the vertical zone to be immortal forever. There is no death. Without Guru, even when you have your so-called life, it's extreme torture and destruction, suffering. Neither life nor death is worth going through without Guru. With Guru, both are worth going through. Multi-layer truths. Story, listen. Will reveal multi-layer truths from the story to understand how to go through this rejuvenation process, especially during this pralaya, how the collective integrity will be useful. See, there is so many truths from various planes need to be told, and finally the whole thing need to be seen in a very organized way. So this whole satsang, I'm going to reveal the truths from various planes and then clearly organize it and present it. So watch this satsang 2-3 times, because it is related to cosmic existence and your existence. I'll tell you the importance about collective integrity. See, individual integrity is like your heart clicking with the truth integrity. Hey, yes, this integrity is the greatest principle of life. Your heart clicking with the truth is individual integrity. Collective integrity means your heart convincing various parts of your body, your life, about this great principle, integrity. Please understand. Listen carefully. You convincing your husband about the need for collective integrity is your heart convincing your brain about the integrity. Listen. I have seen so many amazing people with individual integrity. Not just millions of you who are still with me, connected, growing. In this Kailasa, even some dropouts, people who are not associated with me anymore, even from that old X groups, I have seen many people very highly integrated individually. But unfortunately, they do not understand the individual integrity alone is not enough to manifest Paramashivatva. The individual integrity has to manifest as collective integrity. Then the Paramashivatva manifests. Many times people think individual integrity is enough, should be enough. See, I am integrated. What more I can do? No, that is not true. When you are integrated, you inspire everyone around you to be integrated. Please understand. You inspiring your organs, which is part of your body, and organs, which is part of your life. Both are one and the same. Sometimes you may inspire, you may be even integrated to your Nirahara Samyama in your heart. Your heart may be integrated to your Nirahara Samyama, but your stomach may not be convinced about the Nirahara Samyama. So your heart needs to do tapas of convincing your stomach about the Nirahara Samyama. Same way, when you are evolving in individual integrity, you need to do tapas to manifest collective integrity in everyone around your life. That is the way life manifests. Because the life manifests not just in you, even the people around you, at least your teamily. Seekers, many sincere seekers, due to their delusion, think, I am integrated. How can I be responsible for others' mess? Hey, listen. Whether you are accountable or not, you are responsible. There is a difference. If your neighbor robs, steals, is a thief, robber, you may not be accountable for his crimes, but you are responsible to make him realize his mistake. Otherwise, he is going to rob your house tomorrow. If he has robbed everywhere and he doesn't have any house to go, he is going to look into your house. So be very clear. I have seen many sincere integrated seekers does not have this understanding or does not want to do any tapas for collective integrity. They think just individual integrity can liberate them and enlighten them, manifest them what they want, and they will be able to manifest Paramashivatva. No, whether you are with me or you are on your own, Be very clear. This is the principle of the cosmos. Till you manifest collective integrity, you will not manifest Paramashivatva fully. The state, space, powers, being, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, all this manifests only when you manifest collective integrity. The tapas required for collective integrity is mandatory for enlightenment. Your heart, which is convinced about integrity, need to convince all the organs of your body and organs of your life. See, when I say organs of your body, you all understand. Heart, lungs, brain, intestine, all the organs. You all even feel, yes, I should convince all the organs of my body. True. But why should I convince the organs of my life? They should convince themselves. Actually, convincing all your organs and convincing the organs of your life is one and the same. All of you listen. If you are not able to convince your husband, some parts of your brain is still not convinced about it. If you are not able to convince your wife, some parts of your emotions are still not convinced about it. So each organ actually holds the key for each relationship you have in your life. Convincing the organs of your body, convincing the organs of your life is one and the same. That is why I insist on collective integrity. I insist on collective integrity. Do tapas, internalize. There is no manual. I can only give the basic truths. If you want manual, exactly what to do, ask Devi. She will exactly map it and give you the exact instruction. Once Devi gives instruction, do it sincerely, without questioning. Then Kailasa will manifest in you. I have always seen people who don't want to work for collective integrity lose even their own individual integrity in course of time. In course of time, even to keep their individual integrity, they lose intention, energy, inspiration, and collapse. So work intensely for collective integrity. Your individual integrity also will be shining, radiating more and more intensely. This is the truth about collective integrity. Now, let me tell you the truths from the story which I was describing, how the Vishnu got the chakra and lost it and how he got it back. and the truths which you can learn from that story to understand the collective integrity and go through this rejuvenation process instead of getting destroyed in this whole pralaya. Of Brahma's skulls for him. Understand, that is the most beautiful dhyana sloka in English for Mahakala Bhairava. You have some photos released by NASA, how the black holes swallow the big bangs. Just see exactly that indescribable way Mahakala Bhairava with the Brahma Kapala Malas, the skull garland of Brahma Kapalas, the multiple big bangs swallowed by the large black hole. That big bang alive and more powerful, even to swallow Vishnu's chakra, Sudarshana chakra. See, Brahma is son of Vishnu. Son's head, because it is owned by Paramashiva, is capable of even swallowing the father's weapon. Like a snack and keep it inside his teeth. So understand this whole. This visualization is from one plane, one zone, one time zone. And then the next story. Brahma Kapala eating the Vishnu Sudarshana. That is from another one vertical time zone, from another plane. And my definition about the collective integrity. This is from another plane. So I am trying to reveal the truths from the various planes. Map it into your life for you to practically experience Paramashivatva. How? No destruction touches you. Only rejuvenation happens to you. Listen. Next, one story from my own experience, my own life. When multi-layered attacks from multiple gangs done on me, all I know is I am Paramashiva, I cannot be destroyed. All these attacks which comes like a destruction, I know how to just change them and be in the space of rejuvenation. various gangs attacked due to their vested interests. There are some people who waged the war. There are some people who tried to war beneficier. They did not wage the war. It's like a jackal, culinary, never attacks the elephant. But when there was a fight between the lion and elephant, if the elephant is not able to walk and collapses, this jackal goes and, this culinary goes and tries to eat the flesh of the elephant. That is called war beneficiating. I have seen all kinds of people who wage war in the front side, who wage war from the back side, and traitors, war beneficiaries. There are some traitors who don't even do the job of traitor, but they try to get the benefit of the war. War beneficiaries, like culinaries, jackals, foxes, wolves. Some are even like eagles. In all kinds of things. I don't even want to name those gangs, groups which attacked, because listen carefully. This is one of the most beautiful strategy of Krishna. He doesn't name his enemies. Why you know? He says, hey, because many times who try to attack you, they think you are weak, so they attack you. But when you prove you are strong and successful, they change their strategy and they decide not to be your enemy anymore. But if you name them as enemies, because they have to defend themselves, protect themselves, they continue to be in the space of enmity. If you don't name the enemies, many people lose their enmity and carry on with their life, and they are no more in your enemy list. Listen, this is a different plane. Revelation. So a king, a leader should never name enemies. He should only handle the attacks which comes in front of him. Almost 99% of the people drop their enmity and carry on with their work if they know that enemy is too strong with whom they are trying to fight. Everyone tries to attack only the weak people. But when they see, wow, he's too big, nothing can be done. Come on, carry on with our life. Go. A good leader never names enemies. He forgives, does not forget, and never names. That is what Paramashiva, having alahala, poison in his throat, neither goes inside. Means, see, poison going inside means like he has to react. Neither goes inside, nor he spits out. Neither he utters the name. So, neither I allow my enemies to destroy me, nor I name them. They are there just in the throat, in Ganta. That's why Neela Ganta. Mahadeva never allows the poison to kill him, nor he names out. I forgive and I don't allow anyone to destroy me. I don't forget and I don't name. Multi-layered intelligence and understanding needed for any leader. If you want to become a leader, take this same strategy. Do not allow your enemies to destroy you. Forgive them, because if you don't carry the anger, vengeance, you will live your life. You will not be living the life fighting with them or the way they want you to live. Listen, engaging in a war means you are living the life they want you to live. So they become the master of your life. Don't allow. Not responding to the duels of Dvandva is the strategy for success. Whenever your mind tries to internally fight with you, with your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, even inside you, use the same strategy. Understand? The enemy who is attacking you from outside and the enemy who is sitting inside you and attacking you, your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, both are one and the same. Don't try to respond to them. If you start conversation with your SDHD, self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial, you have started losing argument. You have started losing war. I can tell you a lot of stories and jokes. I have a joke book which was published by us. The book is Joke for the Day, and I think I can open any page and read out the joke and tell you the truth. Sikar Sharif was with his two friends at a party. They made a wealthy trio and spent most of their time boasting about their wealth. Suddenly, they spotted a diamond stone on the floor. One of them said, "Oh, it's not mine." The second said, "Oh, it's not mine either." Sikar said, "It must be mine. I am missing a cufflink." It is good fun to be able to flaunt professionally, but only when it is done like a lotus in a pond, untouched by the waters, although neck deep in it. That's a truth you need to realize. I just opened one page and read out the joke. Now I can connect this joke also to what I was trying to convey. Ability to convince his friends comes by the spontaneity and ability to convince himself. If you are convinced about you, spontaneously you will be able to convince everyone around you. This is the foundation you need for collective integrity. Foundation you need for a collective integrity is you being convinced about your existence. So, during every situation, you can convince anyone around you, inspire anyone around you, manifest anything you want around you. Let me continue with the truth I was revealing. Getting into argument with your self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred is like getting into the argument with your wife. Instead of the word wife, I'll say spouse. Getting into the argument with your spouse is sure way to lose, because she thinks 10 steps ahead of you. By being with you, she knows all the arguments you will present, and she has already prepared all her replies for your arguments. Only then she's calling you for argument. She calls you for the fight only after preparing enough weapons. So anyway, you try to start or get dragged into the argument, you are gone. See, I'll define what is called devil's temptation. It is not some pleasure like Devakanyas, the angels, Rudrakanyas will come to tempt you with some drug or dance, all those pleasure items. The worst devil's temptation you will face in your life is you thinking, she's calling me for fight. This one argument which she's presenting is very weak argument. I have answer for this. Let me beat her down using this one argument. I'll finish her off today in this argument and fight, because I have a very clear answer for this argument. Let me start. If you get in, over. Never ever get tempted by the weak argument your spouse starts with you. That is the worst devil's temptation. If you answer for that argument, over, because that's a trap. Because it looks very weak argument. Sometimes it will be absolutely lie. You would have gone to her sister's marriage and given her best gifts. She will straight lie. You did not even come to my sister's marriage. You did not even care about my family. If you think, it's wrong, she's lying, this argument will not stand. Let me remind her. Let me give the facts and figures, throw it in front of her and win over this argument. If you start over, understand? The worst devil's temptation in your life, don't think will be some Ramba, Menaka, Urvasi, how they were sent to disturb the tapas of Vishwamitra. No, don't expect any of that. It is just your spouse giving weak argument or wrong information which is not factual and really tempting you. When she presents 10 reasons for today's fight and invites you for the fight, and you try to keep quiet and behave like you don't hear anything, and you are still busy with your laptop, tuk, 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 tuk. And you even sometimes tell, see, Swamiji's satsang is going on. Let's watch this. After that, we will talk. But she continues to throw points. And suddenly you get tempted. Oh God, this argument which she is presenting is absolute lie. Factually, it is wrong. It's neither in the spirit, nor in the words, nor in the fact, nor in any level. This argument is not right. It is too weak. Let me answer this one argument and finish her off and win the fight. And you get in over. Understand? The weak argument is the bait. Because once you start answering for that weak argument, two things will happen. She knows how to lead you from that weak argument to the next level, and you stupidly lose your calm, cool, collective, composed state, and you are now in the trap of obsessive, compulsive, reactionary pattern. So everything is now triggered from your Swadhisthana chakra. Listen. Never respond to your self-doubt, self-hatred, self-denial in a good or bad way unto your spouse. Neglect. Don't terrorize yourself internally, externally. Detox yourself. Wait patiently. Do tapas. Help your spouse to detox himself or herself. Solution is detox. Not any kind of argument. Listen. I'm trying to share facts, figures, philosophies, informations from various time zones. An organized way, finally giving you the conclusion. See, you need to understand another one important truth I want to tell you. I'm not against husband arguing with wife, wife arguing with husband. I'm not against it. The beauty of the arguments is lost when you try to break the whole relationship. That is where the whole mess is. I tell you, I have seen majority of the couples live whole life with one spouse. I should say more, it's a Hindu quality. I don't want to say it is a quality of Indian, because many people who lost their Hindu-ness no more understand the value of relationship. And see, I have seen Hindu couples who lived together 50 years, 70 years. In their old age, it's not that they never had arguments or fights, but even that arguments and fights, they enjoy those memories in their old age and feel proud about it. With all of that, we stayed together. It was such enriching experience. I tell you, if the foundation cannot be broken, all ups and downs become salt, sugar, juice, the navarasa of life. Arusuvayum navarasamum. See, the ups and downs of the life is the navarasa and arusuvai. If the foundation cannot be broken, in Hindu marriage, there is no divorce. You can have everything, but no divorce. It's not that the wives were obedient and our husbands were arrogant. No. You see enough stories where women claim their rights and independence, freedom, power. Hinduism is the most feministic religion, I tell you. In Hinduism, not just religion, even the Hindu economy, Hindu social system, everything is feminist. The women-centered, everything is feminist. When time comes, I'll try to reveal more details about it. How the woman is the foundation of Hindu civilization. They formed the basis of Hindu civilization. Someone asked Ramakrishna when he was in deathbed. Literally, everyone knows that he is going to leave the body soon. I should not use the word deathbed for the great incarnations like him. They never die, but the time to leave their body. Everyone knows that he is going to leave the body. Close, sincere devotees of him, they come and ask him, Bhagavan, how can you leave the body so soon? Still, you have not trained enough people to continue your mission. Only few boys are trained and they are too young. He smiles and says, one woman is enough to carry my mission. She is already trained. Sharada Devi. She is If the foundation can be broken, if the foundation cannot be broken, ups and downs becomes a beautiful navarasa of your life. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me and hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me and hear me, please, yes, great. Yes. Understand? The foundation should not be shaken. That's all. It is so unfortunate that divorce has gone to the extreme in many non-Hindu civilizations. I read an article in US. Someone went to the court and got divorce from his own father, and the court granted the divorce from the father-son relationship, father-son or father-daughter relationship, whatever. The divorce is being taken to the next level, extremes. I tell you, whether it's a relationship with father or mother or wife or husband, son, brother, daughter, any relationship, if the integrity forms the foundation and the direction is to go from integrity, individual integrity to collective integrity, you manifest what you want in your life. Instead of individual integrity flowing towards collective integrity, if you always have the option of breaking the relationship, I tell you, that's a stupid, most stupid way to exist. Options are not freedom. Choices are not freedom. Flowering your peak possibility is freedom. Manifesting your highest existence is freedom. The cosmic definition of freedom is manifesting the highest existence, not just options and choices. Then you even have an option to pick up a knife and stab anyone in front of you and stab yourself. Is that a freedom? No. No. Choices and options are not freedom. Manifesting your highest possibility is the freedom. Kailasa is the ecosystem I am manifesting. Where in this ecosystem, people will flower to their highest possibility. When people are feeling bored, couples are feeling bored, tired, that middle age boredom and tiredness hits them. They should be given the science of Tantra. They should try to find oneness, not just body alone, through the mind, the common goals, common emotions, commonly what they enjoy, art, science, different fields. And conscious spiritual powers, experience, enlightenment. If you find something which makes you experience oneness, you will never think of divorce. You know how to go to the depths of each one's consciousness and manifest oneness. You will not feel tired or bored with the other person. You know there's so much to explore. So much of possibility is there. This is the science of Tantra. This is the foundation of Tantra. Kailasa is all about ecosystem which makes you manifest these great cosmic sciences, possibilities, powers. Whatever I am talking, making it all this as a reality. Making an ecosystem.
Nithyananda, oh Nithyananda. Nithyananda, oh Nithyananda. மனம் ஒரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க மனம் ஒரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான் மனம் ஒரு தருணம் தலைவனாய் அழைக்க கருணையில் நித்யன் கருணையில் இறங்கினான் அகமதன் இருளை க்ஷணமதில் களைந்து மகனிட தியானமதை நித்யன் வழங்கினான் அகமதன் இருளை க்ஷணமதில் களைந்து மகனிட தியானமதை நித்யன் வழங்கினான் பணிவோடு கனிவாய் அன்புடன் வணங்க
Listen, if you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands. If you are able to see me, hear me, please wave your hands so that I can. That's wonderful. Listen, let me repeat now. I will repeat what I was sharing. Listen. The cosmic law for an individual being is, let you be always focused, making your individual integrity to collective integrity. If you are always in the mood of breaking the collective integrity, you will lose even individual integrity. You should always be in the mood of making your individual integrity into collective integrity. Understand? Especially when it comes to guru-disciple relationship, the option to drop does not exist because it is janma janma vrata, bandha. It's a relationship of janmas and janmas, births after births. Only due to the tapas of so many births, you even feel connected. And after getting connected, you only have to grow more and more in collective integrity. I realized one thing. We need a politically sovereign place for making this great cosmic law of life, the collective integrity, to make us law of our existence. Only then the human beings will evolve and manifest Paramashiva. The whole focus will be on manifesting Paramashivatva. It will not be stupid options of whether I can break this today, break that today. Freedom to break, choices to break is not freedom. Freedom to make it is freedom. Freedom to make it is freedom. I tell you, I have seen the couples who lived together 50 years, 75 years. It's not that they did not have difference of opinion or struggles. They had everything. But never physically they collapsed or mentally they collapsed. Never they lost mind. Never there's a mental breakdown. Nothing. They just know the option of breaking does not exist. So it has to only flow towards collective integrity. And the most beautiful physical, mental, healthy beings I have seen is the couples who lived together only with the focus of collective integrity, without even the option of breaking or divorce. That is why I insist on all my followers, all Hindus. If you are a practicing Hindu, forget the question of divorce. Look into all other options of how to make it work. Only that options you have. Neither sannyasa vrata, which is done through Vraja Homa, invoking all the gods. Neither sannyas vrata can be broken, nor marriage can be broken. Hindu marriage has no divorce. And I know I am talking not just to common mass individuals. Soumya from Hyderabad, I am talking to you all. Maitreyi, I am talking to you. I am talking to each one of you. So many names I don't want to take here in public. Vinesh's camera is on and nobody is there. I'm talking to every one of you. Growing the individual integrity into collective integrity is the only option we have. That is life. I tell you. I tell all of you. You will never have a physical breakdown, mental breakdown. If you listen to my words, work only towards collective integrity. Collective integrity is the only option we have in front of our eyes. It will only make you grow and mature. Akila Nanusha, I am talking to you. I am talking to each one of you. All the wrong ideas you are taught. No, if I continue to stay in this marriage, I may just mentally break. Nothing like that. All that is stupid ideas put inside you. You just need to get out of this reactionary, compulsive reactionary patterns and system. Have supposed to do individual integrity to manifest as collective integrity. Listen, Kailasa is the ecosystem where only people who commit collective integrity is their life. It is not only spiritual understanding, even law. Only that kind of people are going to be in Kailasa. So, this kind of people create the right ecosystem where the real life positivity manifests. Whole life is focused on collective integrity. I saw Hindus need a political sovereign land where they can practice these truths not only as a spiritual principle, even as the law of life. It is high time. That's why Paramashiva manifested Kailasa. He himself manifested Kailasa. In Kailasa, you have all options, all knowledge, all sciences, all the best things to make collective integrity happen, other than divorce. You can't break. Other than that, you will get everything best. You will have the knowledge of Tantra. You will have all the other alternative arrangements to make things work, evolve, manifest the individual integrity into collective integrity. Understandings, ambience, support, knowledge, experts giving counseling, guidance. When couples have problems, there should not be divorce courts. There should be completion courts, where people are supported and helped. This will be the law of life in Kailasa. Working from individual integrity to collective integrity is Kailasa. Not working on collective integrity and slowly losing even individual integrity is spiritual suicide. So I have presented so many truths. Listen to this satsang. In the next satsang, I wanted to present few more facts and then organize the whole thing and present how the collective integrity helps you not to get destroyed, but to get rejuvenated during this pralaya, during this pandemic. In every level, in your business, in your health, in your mental wealth. Mental health, I'm using two words, mental health and mental wealth. Mental health is being happy. Mental wealth is ability to be creative. Listen, just listen. See my example. It's now 3 years over. I have withdrawn myself from the humanity. Sitting just in one room, day and night. Now pandemic and this lockdown has taught you all how difficult to sit in one place. How your body and mind is melting down and collapsing. Of course, not for my disciples. My disciples know the science. I'm telling ordinary people. For ordinary people, how difficult it is to sit in one place. Last 3 years, I'm just sitting in one room, literally. Only the 2-digit number of people I have seen in last 3 years. Listen, I'm repeating. Only the 2-digit number of people I have seen in last 3 years. Per day, I see only 1-digit number of people who give me little juice which I am drinking. Like a neem juice or some herbs. I dropped this habit of regular eating or regular sleeping. Both doesn't exist for me. Sitting in one room, no food, no sleep, no people. My body has not melted down, means collapsed. My body has not collapsed. It has only become healthy. ஊனினை உருக்கி உள்ளொளி பெருக்கி. My whole system has become so healthy, alive. 100 times healthier than earlier it was. Of course, even the question of mental collapse does not exist. Not only neither my mind collapsed, it is so alive, active, creative, manifesting all the great gifts of Kailasa. All of you. Consciousness becomes so powerful in this tapas. It can manifest anywhere, anything, for anyone, wherever you are. All the best things have happened just because I know the science of how to rejuvenate myself without getting destroyed in this pralaya. In this pralaya, great deluge, if you get destroyed, you are fool, stupid. Your ideas about yourself and life, everything is wrong. Instead of getting destroyed, if you get rejuvenated, you are right. Everything you have about you, you know about you, life, everything is right. Right things get rejuvenated, wrong things get destroyed in this pralaya. I tell you, all the strategies I use in my life is absolutely cosmic law centered. Paramashiva Jnana is my dharma. I am absolutely dharmic. Listen. Nithyananda haters. One of the biggest thing boils them, they can't tolerate is they have an idea that I am not dharmic, but I am successful because I am strategic. Fools need to realize, actually, I am successful because I am dharmic and I am not intelligent enough to be strategic. Cosmic dharma is my strategy. I have no other intelligence to be any strategic. I am a mere village boy. Hey, understand? The people who destroy themselves by trying to destroy me, the people who strategize to destroy me are not small guys. They are extremely cunning strategists. Extremely cunning strategists. Worse than Saguni. And I am not that savvy politically or strategically. I am successful because cosmic dharma is my dharma. Cosmic dharma is my strategy. There is no other strategy. Listen. All those out there, Nithyananda haters, listen carefully. The anti-Hindu elements, listen carefully. Hindu-phobic elements, missionary militants and militant missionaries, listen carefully. I am successful because cosmic dharma is my strategy. Not because of any strategies as you all think, as those Nithyananda haters think. I am not trained in any strategy or expert or experienced in any strategy. I am a mere village boy, not even a graduate, just uneducated as per the Western standard. Fortunately educated only under my gurus. I tell you, if you are a youth and you are educated only under your guru and not educated under any other institution, organization, anything else, only Gurukul, you are the most blessed being. If you are a Gurukul kid and you are part of my Kailasa, celebrate your existence. Celebrate your existence. Soon world will realize you guys are the best beings because cosmic dharma will be your strategy. I tell you, the people who tried to destroy me and my Sangha, different gangs, different groups, various vested interest groups, some of them are international strategists. My project is the first failure they faced. That kind of a powerful strategist. Whether in the media level or political level or strategy to coordinate all this. In multiple levels, these multiple gangs, mafias, terrorist gang which tried to eliminate me and my mission. They are international strategists, very powerful people. As I said, their first failure is the war they waged against me. This is the first war they failed. That kind of a strategist. How I won against all of them? Because it's a simple truth. Paramashiva is with me. I am with Paramashiva. I just do what my gurus taught me and what my gurus are guiding me. My gurus continue to give me the cosmic dharma as my strategy. And they are continuing to guide me and manifest through me. That's all. Too simple. I was educated in Gurukul. And I am still in my Gurukul with my gurus. I am extremely devoted to my gurus and I feel proud about it. That is why these international strategist gangs failed utterly and bitterly. Everything my Gurukul taught me is treading and retreading. Everything the ordinary school teaches to human beings in the so-called modern education is tiring and retiring. Tiring and retiring is the so-called anti-Hindu education, and treading, retreading is Hindu education. My gurus have taught me the science of treading on the path, and if my tires are worn out, they taught me how to retread and continue my journey. I'll give you more revelations, more truths, more understandings from various angles of Shastra Pramana, Apta Pramana, Atma Pramana, Pratyaksha Pramana, in multi-level, and Sakshi Pramanas, multi-level, to help you all to understand how the collective integrity, when you work towards collective integrity, you get rejuvenated, not get destroyed in this whole pralaya, and you become life positive intensely. So even when you deal with your enemies, I am telling you, listen. Don't allow them to destroy you. Don't allow the anger and vengeance and reactionary pattern to be triggered by them. Don't allow the poison they dump on you to go inside you. Same way, don't even name them. Like Alahala sitting in the neck, throat of Paramashiva. Neither it goes inside and kills Paramashiva. Forget about killing Paramashiva. How can you kill? No. Nor it goes out and kills others, and it does not even come out through his tongue. It is just stuck and sealed. So do Vakyartha Sadas on collective integrity. All my Sangha, the Kailasa, all over the world. Listen, each one of you, even if you work with a small number of people, if you build collective integrity, you become a leader, you manifest Paramashiva, you become part of the Kailasa. Not just individual integrity, it is all about collective integrity. Work on it. Work on it. Work on it. Just make people understand collective integrity should be law of life. So whoever commits for that, take them as part of your team and then help guide work. See, people who don't even want to commit for this collective integrity, you can't do anything with them. Let them have their team then. You form your team with people who accept collective integrity as the common goal and who are ready to work for it, struggle for it, manifest it. Good or bad, ups or downs. We will all stay together and make collective integrity happen. Only people who commit for that form a teamily with them. This becomes your family and team, both teamily, and start manifesting collective integrity. You will be successful in individual level and team level and cosmic level, Kailasa level itself. So, in further satsangs, I'll reveal more details. Each one who want to be leader, part of Kailasa. I know so many of you want to be part of Kailasa, like Sri Chidambara and Ma Premaya, Tushi, Ma Divyananda, Snehamayi, Muktika, Akil and Anusha. So many of you want to be part of Kailasa. All of you start building your teamily now. Ask people who want to commit that collective integrity is their life. Ups or downs, good or bad, right or wrong, they are going to be together and make collective integrity happen. So, with that kind of people, form your teamily and start working towards collective integrity. You will be successful, your team will be successful, you will make Kailasa successful. This is the instruction for everyone Pushpan Saras Murugai, everyone. People whom I named are not named, all. So with this, I bless you all. Let's all be integrated, collectively integrated, radiate. Integrity and collective integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living, Paramadvaitam, Shuddhadvaita Saivam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
श्री कैलासोन्नतद्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षि सुन्दरेश्वरा भिन्नस्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परम शिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिह्न काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलङ्कृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संघ सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्ययापवर्गवर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धान्त स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पाण्ड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपण शाक्यादि महान्धकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्हध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद्वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम् अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवत्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परम्परागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परम्परागत काञ्ची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परम्परागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तः साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परम्परागत वैवस्वत मनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चन्द्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचन्द्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ति परम्परागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मण्डित चतुष्षष्टि सम्प्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणिपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्रीमहामण्डलेश्वर साक्षात् श्रीपरमशिव सिंहासनाभिषिक्त समस्तगणनायक श्रीमहागणपतिसमारम्भ अनवच्छिन्नपीठाधीश्वर गुरुपरम्परा प्राप्त अटलपीठ अष्टोत्तरसहस्र श्री अटलपीठाधीश्वर धर्ममुक्तिस्वर्गपुरस्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरुमहासन्निधान कैलासपरम्परागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञपीठ जगद्गुरो श्रीकैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्रीकैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत्परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्य सच्चिदानन्द प्रणवस्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्ध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिन् अत्रागत्य परिपाल्य च अस्मान् विज्ञानवितरणेन विजयी भव जय जय श्रीमज्जगद्गुरु श्रीलश्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्द परमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्ध देशिक परमाचार्य
Pragati Manual under the guidance of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukhanam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadushnam Tattamasyadi Lakshyam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you, due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you, out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turyatita, Turyatita, in your whole being and doing, manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything.
So beautiful. Bhagwan said, what is power manifestation? Power manifestation is being alive. Beautifully, Bhagwan has given us a powerful cognition. Now he's teaching us the science of power manifestation. It is a science because it is repeatable and all of us can manifest at any time. And the evidences, how Bhagwan said the pramanas, the evidences to support it is science that each one of us can experience the superconscious space of oneness. And here he gives us the science of power manifestation, which is authentic, time-tested, foolproof, and scientific. The Shastra Pramana, evidence from the scriptures, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Vedas and the Agamas. Apta Pramana, the experience and the results of the Aptas, the Itihasa, the Puranas, the stories of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvar, Siddhas, all of them are authority of Hinduism, where manifested all the powers of Paramashiva, living in the oneness with Paramashiva. Atma Pramana, account of His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Parameshivam, this millennium's avatars, personal experience of each power manifestation, Bhagavan's very own Leela to show us how a human can experience the conscious space and become the superconscious being. So beautifully he describes in each of his satsangs. Shakshi Pramana, the experience of the millions of disciple devotees, followers all around the world, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Bhagavan has beautifully said, whoever comes to the Kailash courtyard and they will simply experience my presence and manifest me as their reality. And beautifully, in the space of oneness, we can experience Bhagavan himself as our own Paramashiva space. Pratyaksha Pramana are the scientific study measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Clearly, it is shown that there is no thoughtless space. When measured on Bhagavan or disciples or balasans, it's clearly seen that they have no thoughts and they can live beyond the thoughts. It's not like the entertainment which puts the thoughts into sleep, but being alive, aware, and fully conscious, but no thoughts. That is the most beautiful space you can experience, becoming more and more aware how you exist in the existential reality. Bhagavan has beautifully given the Shastra Pramana. This is Shastra Pramana from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Vijnana. Vijnana is consciousness. Bhairava is one who experiences consciousness beyond the mind. Tantra is the method where you experience consciousness beyond the mind. Bhagavan beautifully explained the Tantra, how a couple can experience the higher consciousness when they start each other more and more into going in supporting the higher reality, who they are, how they need to function, how they need to exist, and how they can regenerate themselves and start manifesting the powers of Paramashiva, ultimately become one with Paramashiva. That is the beautiful space how a tantra, a method is given for each one of us to experience the highest consciousness, becoming eternal and the ultimate space of oneness with Paramashiva. Here, this is Vijnana Bhairava Tantra, Sutra 84, Dharana 61.
Dharana 61. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabhatma takshanad devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat. Akasham vimalam pashyan kritva drishtim nirantaram stabdhatma takshana devi bhairavam vapurapnuyat.
Bhagavan Parameshwar says, Looking at the spotless infinite etheric space, Akasha, beyond the sky and clouds, one should fix one's gaze without blinking and continuously and make the body and the inner space steady and motionless. In that very moment, O Devi, one attains the nature and the power of infinite space, Bhairava. Beautifully, he says, the body and the inner space steady and motionless. How, if you do not allow anything, the reaction, the obsessive compulsive reaction from the outer world, and be in oneness with Paramashiva, and from that oneness space, without the struggle, understanding that everything is projected is a projection of you, taking the responsibility even though you're not part of it, whatever happens, you taking the responsibility that everything that exists in your world is because you existed, you are manifesting that reality, and that everything that is projected as your projection. And simply understanding that, we will start aligning to a self and aligning everything else also. How in a body one of the parts is not working, functioning, then everything else function more to make it beautifully functionable. Like your body, the cells are continuously dying and the cells are regenerating continuously. It is happening in a beautiful manner, the rhythmic manner, that it does not even show you any effect, but it is continuously happening. The continuously regeneration is happening, and the part is healing itself and also making it functionable. If something is not functioning, the other part helps to function. If one part is, your one leg is paining, the other leg supports more for the one leg. And it's so beautiful how the collective integrity happens in the microcosm. Same way how we can experience the oneness in the outer world. Bhagavan beautifully said, if you cannot hold the collective integrity in the outer world with others, then you cannot hold it in yourself, because each one is a representation, a part of you. How the spouse or the brother or sister or mother is nothing but part of you, as come in shapes and sizes and colors, which is your own opinion and your own judgment and your own reality. Bhagavan says, Dvaita Varjita Advaita, that how the struggle is, even if you're struggling, you understand that oneness is the ultimate strategy. Being Paramashiva, being consciousness is the way to exist. Then we understand the deeper science. If a clay is molded into different things, a clay is molded into a house, into a pot, into a person, but you know the basic ingredient is the clay. Bhagavan beautifully says the basic ingredient is the space of Paramashiva, the oneness space, and that is manifested as different notion, different reality, different perception. Now, if we integrate everything to that oneness space, again, only from looking at the oneness space, even things which are not working, things which are happening, which is not the way you wanted, things which are getting you into complete chaos, and he says most of that is the smallest trigger which pulls you off, and it is not something huge. It is the small ones which pulls you off, and you call it the last leaf, and simply for disintegrate. Instead, you integrate yourself again and again, understanding the whole reality is a perception of your reality, and how beautifully you can experience the oneness holding only the strategic of holding the oneness space. Bhagavan said he holds the whole Kailasa with all the confusion and all the chaos to the extreme level that he's going through, with all the pandemic, all the trolls, all the assassination, all the traumas that the devotees are going through, everything put in, and he is completely in the beautiful space of oneness. That is only because he says, I hold the oneness as my ultimate integrity. And simply that collective integrity for each one, even my enemy, I do not react, and wholly hold a space for him so that he can transform and simply manifest as Paramashiva. Bhagavan beautifully said in one of the satsang, where even in the long line, the trollers are at the end of the line. Even they are part of the line to get into the space of oneness. Such a beautiful space Bhagavan holds. There's nobody that there is an enemy for Bhagavan, because everyone and each and everything that exists is a part of him. He understands and cognize and lives as that being. That makes it so compassionate for him to pour the compassion into anything and everything and beautifully manifest as beautiful reality. And here, Apta Pramana. Apta Pramanas are from the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nainamas, Alvars, Siddhas. Raghavendra was there. He was a great Mahatma who happened on planet Earth and simply manifested all the powers of Paramashiva. This is from his source website. And an astrologer came to predict, three astrologers came to predict his life. And one predicted 70 years, one predicted 300 years, one predicted 700 years. And beautifully he said, all the three are right. 70 years he lived in the body, 300 years he lived in his teachings, and 700 years he lives in his samadhi, the ultimate oneness with Paramashiva radiating. Bhagavan has beautifully said, when a being goes into the samadhi, simply they are much powerful than the nuclear force. That is why anybody going near that samadhi and making a wish, it really becomes the reality because it's in such deep, higher conscious space. You also start mirroring that and your perception changes and the reality happens. Each time when we look at Bhagavan, even as just a flyer, Bhagavan says, you entangle with the highest consciousness and manifest as powers. So beautiful that how Raghavendra happened on planet Earth. Let's go to Bhagavan's Satsang, where he talks about the beautiful space of oneness, the love that radiates as manifest as powers.
Restful awareness to yourself now, and do not have guilt or worry if you have the influence of the past and influence of the future on present now. Guilt or fear is a one more incompletion that is not going to help. So, not engaging with guilt, not engaging with fear, unclutching with fear, incompletions, guilt is the right attitude. Understand the official attitude towards incompletions, towards guilt, towards fear is unclutching, and all the further manipulation of fears, if you unclutch, life will become worse. All those fears are manipulation of fears. All those multi-level fears do not have the real existence. They are delusion, constantly invading your inner space to destroy the possibility of enlightenment. Please understand. Anyone who comes to simple awareness stops behaving agitated, immature, rough, like multiple personality, all this layered fears, fear, guilt, powerlessness, incompletion are layered. Please understand, this is the Deva Rahasya. They all do not have influence over your present moment. This present moment, you meet the consciousness. Consciousness meets Kala directly. So, any practice you do in the present moment, for example, you declare completion. Immediately, even 2000 years of incompletion has no power over you. This is Deva Rahasya. Understand? This Deva Rahasya can empower the truth in you just like that. You give on now. Only thing, don't become arrogant. Don't become arrogant. When this truth was given to Brahma, he became Paramashiva. He became one with Paramashiva. But unfortunately, he could not maintain himself in that state. He started developing arrogance and started abusing Shiva and Guru. Paramashiva, who gave this truth to Brahma as Guru, he started abusing the Guru. thinking that he knows the whole business trick or trick of the trade or the whole thing. Then Kalabhairava manifests and removes his one head and makes him understand the truth ultimate, and again gives him back the Parabrahma space, and Brahma continues to do his responsibility of creation. Understand, Kala Bhairava is eternal compassion, eternal love. Whenever you express love, even in simple acts, like giving a smile, giving a sweet hug, without calculating, even simple act you do, the strength you feel is Kala Bhairava's strength. It is Kala Bhairava's strength. A lady devotee with a mentally little challenged child goes to Ramakrishna and asks, what wrong I did that I have got a child like this? Ramakrishna says, remember that child is God and take care, you will become enlightened. Because the simple act of giving love strengthens your Kala dimension. And if you remember, cognize to whom you are giving love is God, it becomes devotion. I tell you, every time you share love, every time you use love as the strategy for your existence, the joy oozes out in your being is the strength of Kala Bhairava. Strength of Kala Bhairava. Kala Bhairava is eternally loving, caring, blissful, ferocious, ecstatic, blissful, ferocious. Meditate on him. Be eternally loving like him. You will be just. Understand? All justness manifests from extreme love. That is why Kala Bhairava is Lord of Yama. Kala Bhairava is the Lord of integrity. Kala Bhairava is Lord of justice. All justice is delivered cosmically only from the pure space of love. Maintain the intense space of love, Paramashiva will raise you to the space of being a justice, delivering justice to the world. Compassionate, eternally loving are always kept in the space of delivering justice, giving justice. Understand? Extreme compassion, extreme joy, extreme ecstasy. Brings intense powerfulness and strength in you. Just go on be sharing smile and love to anything you see. Hug anything you see. If you don't have any object in front, hug the air. You will build strong body and heavy muscles like Kala Bhairava. Listen. Listen to this Deva Rahasya. Look everything you see with love. Hug everything you see, including the air. You will build healthy, powerful, heavy body and grounded being. Superconscious flowering. Sannyasa is seeing everything you see through love, hugging everything you see. One with everything you see. People, objects, animate or inanimate. In the cosmos, there is no inanimate. In Kala, there is no inanimate. It is a space where the big bangs and black holes planets, suns and stars and moons evolve, billions of years exist and dissolve spontaneously, simultaneously, without gap. Billions of years without gap. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. Meditate on it. It is Deva Rahasya. The moment you understand this, your third eye will open up. Billions and billions of yugas, zillions and zillions of years without gap. Meditate on it. That is Kala Bhairava's fire. The Prabha, Tejas, shining of Kala Bhairava is this powerful cognition. Zillions and zillions of yugas, years without gap. Universes, multiverses happen, exist for billions of years, dissolve, but no gap. It is spontaneous and simultaneous. Meditate on this in your third eye. Meditate on this in your third eye. Kala Bhairava, deep compassionate being, will reveal the secret of time in your consciousness. This is the initiation.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained how the love is a current which keeps everything together and manifest as your reality. And just by pure you recognizing everything in love and you understanding, you will start downloading the Kala, the time which stores every record in the universe. You can see the Balasans here in Shakshi Pramana beautifully manifesting the power of Akashic reading.
The happening of the Akashic readings. Swamiji is continuously, in everyday satsang, he is delivering different messages, different truths, so that we all can start manifesting the powers of Sadashiva. So what you are witnessing right now is also one of the powers of Sadashiva. Here, Balasans of Nithyananda Satsang sit every day and reveal the Akashic readings, the cosmic archives to their bodies, in whichever casual way they want. Just see their body language. Normally, if you see their body language, it will be completely different from the way how it is right now. Body language of each kid.
With this, let's move to the instruction.
Beautifully, Bhagavan has given the blessings for all the Balasans to do the Akashic reading. Now, today in this section, we'll be experiencing the oneness with Paramashiva and manifesting the space of Parashakti as Akashic reading. Each one of us going to experience the space of Akashic reading. And how is that going to happen? When we understand the collective integrity, how we exist and how everything is connected and how we perceive. If we understand the higher signs, how we are, we'll simply understand how to deal with our life. Instead of struggling with our life, it is only a projection of each of us in different forms and shapes and sizes. All we need to understand, look at with a different angle, how a mother will look at the different kids of each one troubling, one not eating, one not studying, one not behaving, and all that. If you have like 24 kids and each one with one trouble, how do you deal with them? And that's how you're dealing with your life. But the mother never loses the love and gets angry and upset and get out of the whole thing, but she is patient to make everything fine, and finally they all flower so much and beautiful and they fly away. Literally, the eagle pushes the kid out of the nest, and knowing very well the kid will not fall down and tumble, but it will fly. But the beautiful push has to happen from our side for each one to flower, and each one has to beautifully. Even in birds and animals, they come back and feed the parents and take care of it. It is a cycle how the nature exists. You can never find a monkey which is dead. There is no monkey we can see as dead. Simply it disappears after it leaves the body. And also it knows when to leave the body. It goes and sits in somewhere and just fast unto death. It doesn't even move from there for few days. The beautiful space the animals are in, even that they are in such a collective integrity and they function in such a beautiful ecosystem, the very nature, all the things in the nature, even all the regeneration is happening in the nature. Simply they rebuild. If you see a dog is run over by something, he doesn't take a stone and throw it on the vehicle, but simply tries to heal by licking the leg and making it fine. He is only looking for more healing and expansion, even in the worst situation. Bhagavan has beautifully given us the ultimate science of collective integrity to understand not to hurt ourselves. It is completely suicidal. That is what Bhagavan is bringing to the point. How we are cherishing and we are engaged in something which is not us. It doesn't even belong to us, all the enmity, all the obsessive compulsive reaction. But we are engaging in that and losing ourselves. Instead, understanding that whatever that reaction is from we just need to detox the body, nothing to do with our going and fixing it. And that's where we are making the mistake that we can fix it. It cannot be fixed because it doesn't exist. How do you fix something which doesn't exist? That is where we make a mistake. And then we fall into the whole incompletion because we lose the calmness. And beautifully he says how the detoxing will actually clear the reaction and make us look very clearly that it is a delusion. Why are we fighting with something which doesn't even exist? And be in the oneness of Paramashiva, that is the best strategic that we can understand the Kala dimension, which is just happening continuously as the ultimate reality. And being in that oneness, ultimate space, quantum space, and simply that Paramashiva, who you are, manifest as reality. Brahma understood this great science that even this minute I can complete and be in that space. I become Paramashiva. And he became not just Paramashiva, he thought he is Paramashiva. And then comes the whole confusion. Then he does a Kala Puja in Mylapore, in the whole space of him getting liberated from that whole curse. And then he gets liberated. The Kapalishwar temple in India, in Chennai. And beautifully, all these great truths are revealed, and with the pramanas and with the proper temples where Brahma came and did a puja to get liberated from the curse. And simply he regained his space, and how Vishnu, the Vishnu Chakra, he has to protect, and how he regained. All these great signs are told that all this delusion is not required to react, but hold the oneness with Paramashiva and just be holding that space till the whole thing moves out and simply the higher reality unfold in us. Now the guidelines to understand the Kala, that Kala is not time. It just exists, all that which exists as reality. There is nothing past or future. As we understand, Bhagavan says, it is power over now. That is what is collective integrity is. When you have the understanding that everything that exists is a perception of you and you are responsible for everything and everything is projected from your inner space, you understand why that projection can be more beautiful by the space of Paramashiva and oneness with Paramashiva rather than the reactive space which get projected as all the demons which comes and attacks you. Here we are going to have the Akashic reading by each one of us. We can have a partner. If you don't have a partner, you can write down and call the person and explain. You can do it for yourself also. Next 24 hours, what are the things that is going to be happening? The calls that you're going to get, the friends you're going to meet, or somebody who has not called you for 20 years. You can just simply put down their name and you will see them calling. It's no coincidence. You connecting to any species is nothing but your projection. Now you know how you're projecting your reality. All this Bhagavan is beautifully giving us to understand. Like you become $1 trillion son suddenly, and you are asked to go and buy the best car. It is so easy for you. You don't have to have a second thought. Same way, Bhagavan is giving you the conscious cognitive shift that you are projecting your reality from the oneness space. You are consciousness. You can manifest anything. You are Paramashiva. Paramashiva sitting there with the 25 heads and 75 eyes and 50 hands and sitting there and manifesting as you. The identity in you is dissolved, is why he is manifesting in you. Holding that as a powerful cognition and not making a mistake that Paramashiva is you. That Paramashiva is you when you drop the identity and the oneness merges with Paramashiva. Holding that, you will simply be in the higher consciousness and manifest the past, present, future as you want. You can command over the reality because you are projecting it. You have the projector, you're sitting in the projector room. You can play whatever reel you want and it will get projected. Holding that Paramashiva as your reel and simply being in the oneness, your whole reality is going to be whatever you want, you can project. And simply that will become reality. So write down the things in next 24 hours. You can even go back to the past, what you call as past, and write down, which is also happening right now, as Bhagavan says. The whole thing can be understood that everything is happening right now. You have power over now. When you drop your identity and get the details of anything, the Balasans used to even tell the street name where, who and what person is available. So to that extent, we can experience the oneness, downloading all the information exactly to the detail. And that if you can get 5 to 10 things correct, you have manifested the Akashic reading perfectly. If you got some of them correct and if you just feel the Kundalini energy, you've started manifesting the powers of Paramashiva. Now let's sit straight with the head, neck and spine in a straight line. Entangle with Bhagavan deeply into oneness. Such a powerful cognition, such a powerful satsang, and just melting our identity, making us in oneness with Paramashiva, and more overflowing love and compassion that he is pouring on each of us. Just be in that oneness space. Chant the Mahavakya and literally listening to the Mahavakya, you're chanting with the body and whole being vibrating with Mahavakya. Let's start manifesting the power of Akashic reading, revealing the happening of the immediate future.
Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Nithyananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vani open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
So beautiful. Whatever you have experienced, the past and the future that you are predicting, simply ask the partner whether it is correct, the past and the future. You can note it down, and in 24 hours you can verify it. And whatever appears that you have just got it from the beautiful space of oneness. If you're looking at the Atma Murti and the letters are appearing and golden, then you have manifested the powers completely of Akashic reading. Beautifully, the Balasans will be able to see the Murti and the golden letters starts appearing. Even if you have the thoughts, oh, is it my thoughts or is it something which is Paramashiva is giving me? Do not have any confusion. It is something I'm thinking about my problems. Do not have confusion. Every thought that is happening is because He is manifesting in you as reality. Continuously hold only oneness space. No self-doubt, no self-denial, no self-hatred. Any even one thought can disturb you. Don't let it disturb. I am Paramashiva and whatever he says is true. And I am writing down. That's all. There is no questioning whatever you're receiving as prasada. Once you declare that, then the whole thing will settle down and simply you'll see exactly how it happens. The chastity of the women, how they are so chaste, and simply they can see the future. One of the great siddhas, when he saw a crow which was disturbing him, he just burnt it with his third eye and he went to a ordinary women's place where she was serving her husband and asked for the Madhukari Bhiksha. And there she said, oh, I am not the bird to burn me. Don't get angry with me, but I have to serve my husband, who is my God and who is what I see him with deep love and oneness. And she went back and she came after some time and served him. He was so shocked. How did this woman know about me? And then she tells, oh, go ask the butcher in Varanasi. He will tell you what happened. And then he was more shocked. How will a Varanasi person know what is happening out here? And so he goes to the butcher, and actually when he goes, the butcher says, are you the person who went to the lady to find out how to understand how the bird got, how you burnt the bird and how the lady had sent you to me? And he was so shocked. How did you know about all this? There was no cell phone at that time. And simply he says, when you are in such a love and compassion with your who you are holding, the mother and the father or the spouse or anyone, your guru, as God, you will have such a chastity in you. You can see the future, see what's happening around you, just like how you understand the past, much more clearer than even the past. Bhagavan beautifully says how the chaste women can see things much beyond and are able to bring integrity to their life and such a beautiful space of oneness, understanding only from the context of oneness, and the reality is only manifesting Paramashiva as their reality. So each one of us hold that space, the highest integrity, that Paramashiva is who you are. You are the space of consciousness. You are not just the body. You're also the body which you projected as your reality. You're also the beings, human beings that you projected as your parents, as your timali, as your companion, as your dogs, as your pets, or whoever you see as an animate or an inanimate is only a projection from you. So that is why you are responsible for everything that exists, because you created it and you are the source of it. If you change the source, if I put a red light, then I can see everything in red. If I put a green, I can see it in green. Same way, if I hold the Paramashiva space, I can see everything in Paramashiva space, and that will also occur as Paramashiva space. If I put a anger, then everything is angry with me, everything is shouting at me, everything creates chaos for me, and completely I am deluded. What we see is a perception from ourselves. So now hold only the oneness with Paramashiva. Get into the deep meditative space and hold the beautiful space with Paramashiva, chanting the Mahavakya intensely, for your whole being vibrate with it. It is a science. When we follow these steps in simple obedience and simple integrity, we are going to manifest Paramashiva. And that is the ultimate space. How simple it could be. That is where the problem is. The pill is so small and it is so tiny that it puts you even for sleep, a sleeping pill or anesthesia. But you don't go and question that. How is this pill? And you don't go and do a research. You know it because the science have told you. Same way, Bhagavan has given a simple instruction. Put away your gadgets. Sit with only Paramashiva, Para Shakti in your third eye. Continuously be in that bhava. I am Paramashiva. Hold yourself with even the attire, even the looks that you hold. Hold only Paramashiva. The bhava, completely engrossed in Paramashiva. How Kalabhairava exists. If your Ishtadevata is Kalabhairava, even experience the skull on your body. Even experience the fire around you. Hold that great bhava and chant the Mahavakya intensely. You will experience the oneness with Kalabhairava and manifest the powers so vividly and so clearly. And at the end of it, we can share it. Now let's start chanting for a few minutes the Mahavakya and entangle with Bhagavan.
Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour. Let the Om Ya.
So beautiful. Whatever Paramashiva has shown you, please go ahead and share it in tinyurl.com/powermanifestation. We ask you to share. Again, it is collective integrity. Each one of you sharing even one line of the satsang or your completion space or the clicks or whatever you want to share, and thanking Bhagwan in each of your clipping and hashtagging Bhagwan. Simply you will start manifesting the higher powers of Paramashiva. More you get grounded, because when you speak out, you start manifesting more reality. That is what Bhagwan, even in sharing, he makes your space more expansive. Please hashtag power manifestation, third eye powers, Kailasa, Nithyananda, and simply start explaining to everybody how you experienced the space of Paramashiva and how you can predict. And if you have already predicted somebody's past, you can share that detail. Also, you can give your testimonials. You can share how Bhagwan's showering of all the satsangs and all that effort that he is putting in for each one of us to become superconscious beings is the ultimate space. How he is beautifully taking us through this whole pandemic and making us just oneness in Paramashiva space. And if you see the $sign at the end of the YouTube chat, please offer a coin. Whatever you offer, it is an expansion in your inner space. That is what you are voting for. In each of the temples that you see the hundi and or a temple tag where we just drop a coin and ask for the wish. Same way, Bhagwan is giving us the greatest opportunity for us to again and again hold the space. I am Paramashiva. That is my only strategic existence. And that is my only strategy, or the only thing that I know. Rest of whatever is manifesting is how you want to project it as my reality. So I surrender to you. Show me the right thing that I am Paramashiva. That very space that you are earning for will become the reality. What you cherish, that becomes the reality. Bhagavan says, what you eat, you belch. Same thing, you can experience the oneness as your most cherished space. You will manifest Paramashiva as your reality, which is auspiciousness and abundance. So thank Bhagavan and surrender all these powers and powerful cognition that he has showered on us today to his lotus feet, and with a deep earning of thanking Bhagavan, please share it in your social media, thanking Bhagavan for all the things that he is showering on each one of us, and offer the gratitude. Whatever you want to offer to Kailasa, that is up to you. Offer your gratitude in terms of 1 unit of your currency that builds your Kailasa in your inner space. These are small things that Bhagavan has given for us to expand in the higher dimension. Whether we are alive or dead, being with Guru is the ultimate space that Bhagavan said, is the ultimate space that you can cherish. It's like wherever you are, you want to be with your mother and simply mother taking care of you. That is what each one of us cherish. Thus, just like that, Bhagavan is the ultimate Para Shakti who is taking care of each one of us. Wherever we are, whichever locus, whichever state, he is taking care. So deep gratitude for him, for all that he's showering. And thank each one of you, hundreds of people sitting here and manifesting the space of Paramashiva. Thank each one of you also. Do Anga Pradakshina to yourself to experience the ultimate oneness. To be here to listen to even this out of the 8 billion people who are there. And let's thank Bhagavan and end this session with a Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamataya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. Don't miss the Baba Darshan today. Beautiful darshans are going to be there following this. So stay tuned. Thank you, Nithyanandam.